So hi there folks, I wanted to create this little video to demonstrate exactly what is good mathematical form. So you have a solid grounding of what I mean and what good mathematical form is. So let's start with a problem here. We're going to do some fraction work. 3 and 1/2. Let's say, plus 5/6 or 5/6. So we have fractions that we're adding. We know in order to add fractions we have to have common denominators. We have this mixed fraction 3 and 1/2, so we want to probably change that whole number to part of the fraction as well. So this is going to require several steps. So in order to do this, we must use good mathematical form. And that means number one, solving down the page, and it also means number two, showing your equal sign, and thirdly, it also means showing all steps of your solution. So some people might go and start this and add their equal sign and start solving across the page to the right. That's incorrect. That's bad mathematical form. You always want to solve down the page. So the next line, the next step of your solution is the next line down. Use the equal sign to denote that this is the next step of your solution. Okay, so we can go ahead and start that next step. So we want to essentially change that first mixed fraction 3 and 1/2 to an improper fraction. It's going to make life easier for us. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7/2 plus 5/6. So now we can go ahead and get common denominators here. We know to add fractions we must have common denominators. It looks like the lowest common denominator will be 6, so we have to change that first fraction to a denominator of 6. So essentially 2 times 3 is 6, so we have to multiply the numerator 7 by 3 as well, so that's 21/6 plus 5/6. Now we can go ahead and add the numerators, so add these fractions. 21 plus 5 is 26/6. And this isn't our last step. Because we have an improper fraction there, we want to change it to a mixed fraction. So 6 goes into 26 4 times, so 4 is our whole number. And then the remainder, what's left over, is 2/6. And then essentially we can change that 2/6 to lowest form. So we know both 2 and 6 divide by 2, so that would leave us with 1/3. And there's our final answer. So you can see several steps in this solution. It took several steps to get there. It's important that you show all steps of the solution, all of these steps. If you just showed this final answer, that question may be worth 3 marks. You're only going to get 1 mark if that's correct. Also, the benefit to showing all your work and all your steps is if, for instance, your final answer was incorrect, but most of your steps were correct, you're still going to get part marks. So maybe you get 2 out of 3 on that question for your solution, even though the final answer is incorrect. And that's because you're showing all your work, all your steps. So that's really, really important. Good mathematical form. Show all your work, all steps in the solution, solve down the page, not across the page, and use equal signs to denote the next step in your solution.